going to do my very best to be as collected as I can be in a moment that I never thought that I would have. And I'm certainly not President Obama, and I don't have his ability with words, and I'm not John Lovett, and I don't have his ability with humor. I'm just, and I have bark, but I have bark. Not terribly used to doing sort of pre-written speeches, and so I'll do my best to guide us through this together, sort of like a hymn. I just want to thank the 6th Congressional District, the new and improved 6th And I want to thank the people of Berks County. I want to thank the people of Chester County. Been a people-driven campaign. It's all about the people who stand around you. I want to make sure that we have a chance, even on a school night, to get to know one another, to get to celebrate each other. And I'm really grateful, literally, to each and every one of you. I look around and I see so many faces that I didn't know just a couple years ago. And as a deeply introverted person, many people who've known me for a long time would know that I really didn't intend to meet many of you. But I'm driven, as I'm sure many of you are, to be here at this moment and to be experiencing this together, because it couldn't be more important for us. The first thing that I'd really like to do is to take a moment to thank my opponent, Mr. Greg McCauley. Because although he and I don't share some ideas and ideals, and certainly don't share politics, I really admire the fact that he has put himself and his family has put themselves on the line in this really extraordinary way. Again, having never experienced this before, I had no idea what it took to run, and knowing that he had to take those same risks and he had to do those same things with his family, I'm deeply grateful to him, because at this moment of inflection in our country, it is really remarkable that somebody is willing to put themselves forward, and so I just want to be very grateful to him that he answered that call. So when we launched this campaign about 20 months ago, it was literally just me and my campaign manager, my dog Daisy. And she, I'm not exaggerating, was my soulmate during those very dark and early months of this campaign as my campaign manager, and she guided me through a lot of the very early days. She, as some of you may know, was a rescue dog for Puerto Rico, and in a lot of ways was sort of my spirit animal through everything. And as some of you also may know, she didn't make it to see today. And so, I can't believe this is going to be the thing that gets me. But I know that she's here, and she's here in spirit with all of us. And the reason why I think it's really important is that she was an underdog too. She was saved from the streets. When I got into this race, nobody here knew me. I wasn't really a person who many of you knew. I'm not obviously a big name, and I've never done anything like this before. But given the state of our democracy and the state, frankly, of our discourse, I really felt like I had to do something. And I know that so many of you who stand here tonight felt that same call and felt like they had to do something too, and felt like they needed to do something that was risky and uncomfortable so that they could be part of the solution to heal this incredibly special nation that is the shining light, the beacon on a hill for the entire, not world, let's put it that way. It's that important. And so for the very beginnings of that process, when I sat with my dog and my kids and my super cute husband, we talked about what it might mean to do this, to expose our family to this, and what it might mean to take this risk. And we knew that what we wanted to do is take this risk, but also to run, importantly, an extremely positive campaign that was all about being values-driven, and to be able to return and restore the faith of our people for their government, and to return our Congress back to the hands of the people who elect them. middle, where we really spoke about the things that we were for, not the people whom we were against, and without having to call attention to the horrible negativity in our world right now. Thank you. And I'm very, very proud that I feel up and until this very moment we were able to do that. And I'm really, really proud that thanks to your support, the support of some amazing early believers, that we launched our campaign early on and we never looked back on that early plan. So in that early plan, we set out to start meeting voters, to start having those conversations about what mattered to all of us. And so some of this you're going to have to go back in time, because not all of these cities that I'm going to name were in the original 6th Congressional District. But from Coatesville to Berwyn to Reading and Pottstown to Kennett Square and to Phoenixville, we listened, I listened, we all heard, and we heard what people were really concerned about. And these are the things that we heard month after month. We heard mostly about health care. Yep. And that people were really worried. They were threatened again and again by a Congress that frankly didn't seem to hear them about the things that mattered to them, which was largely about their access to quality and affordable and accessible health care. We also heard consistently from parents who were afraid to send their kids to school. From students, and this is the thing that really shook me to my core, when many students who could